We back.
The number one podcast.
We live.
Good to be back, man. It's good to be back.
Don't let that cornbread go to your head.
T, what's going on?
Oh, there he is, man. We're gonna do it live. We're going live.
I thought for a second there, I thought we were gonna have to do it live, and I really did.
Oh man, I'm glad. I'm glad to finally hear some audio, man. What's going on with you?
Not much, man. Just out here chilling, man. Ain't doing too much. Better knock out this episode real quick for everybody.
Right, man. Guess who's back? Back again.
Guess who's back? Yeah. And and what's crazy, and I know we'll get the show started, that a lot of kids, and I say kids because they're not people our age, aren't giving Eminem his due. Like a lot of people are making fun of Eminem, like Eminem is not the man now.
Oh, come on now. I mean, he made one whack album, which of course he's not the only MC that's put out a whack album. He made one whack album and everybody, damn, he fell off, but he came back, man. He brought it back with Kamikaze. Like, come on, y'all tripping.
Yeah, it's not his fault that he's not mumble rapping or anything like that. And like he said, it's not his fault that you don't understand his lyrics. It's not his fault that that it goes over your head. It's not his fault.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. They look. They just want to hear about girls in the club.
Mm-hmm.
Look. They want to hear about the hot girl summers and all that. Look, I'm sorry. Look, I grew up in the era of real MCs. I want to hear lyrics. I always say, "What, Cameron? My bougie, bougie." Yeah, no, I'm good. I want to hear none of that. I want to hear real lyrics.
Hey, you know what? Now, I mean, I know you don't like play music now because Bad and Bougie. I know you like that, Migos.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah,
it's cool. Yeah. I mean, look, I like it because it's slapping my car with my beat. That's why I like it.
Oh, there we go. There you go. Nothing wrong with that. But yeah, man. Well, let's go ahead and get this episode started, man. Without no introduction. I mean, I really don't need introduction. Wait, are we doing bios this episode? Last episode we did bios. So do I need to give my bio?
Oh man, hey, you know what? I feel like, hey, if the people don't know me by now, that if you don't know me by now, you will never. No, yeah, we don't need the bios. Look, if you don't know me by now, then shoot. Hey, tune in.
Hey, there we go. I'm Car Real. For those that don't know, just in case, actually new listeners, so you got to do it. We get new listeners, so you got to do it.
Well, you right. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do the bio, man. Look, I'll start your introduction, ladies and gentlemen. On the other side of the line, it's your boy Car Real, standing at 6'1.5". hey, the most with the jokes. Give it up for your boy Car Real.
Hey, there we go. Hey, but you know what? This is an episode for Crazy Tactics and Friends. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna go ahead and bring in a good friend of mine, a good brother of mine. I shouldn't say friend, a good brother of mine. We've been rocking since middle school, high school, college. This man right here is a genius. He went through med school. He is now a doctor, but I'm gonna bring him on and let him finish the rest. Kenny, come on in and say what's up to everybody, man.
What's going on? What's up, man?
Oh, what's good with you, Kenny?
What's up, Tristan?
Oh, not much, man. Been a while. How you doing?
Been a long time. I've been good. Carl, I was going to say, man, you should have kept going with the bio. I was ready for it.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you know what? Hey, I was going to say something about that. Because Carl, look, I gave him a bomb bio. He literally just skipped over my bio. He didn't even mention me. He just said new viewers and listeners. I gave him a bomb bio, and he just brought you in. Didn't even say my name.
Right over Tristan.
Hey, pause. Say his name.
Right. Look, you got me feeling like Beyonce. Say my name. Say my name.
Hey, you know what, man? I apologize, man. I didn't want to keep the guests waiting, man.
Look, hey, you know what, bro? It's too late. It's too late.
The Tristan Plumber.
Right, man. The original Dundada.
Yes, sir. But Kenny, man, so tell me, you off work or are you going in tonight? What's your work schedule looking like?
Nah, so today was the easy day, man. So technically I'm on a different rotation this week. So my rotation is pretty much it's a pretty sensitive rotation where we learn a lot about child abuse and whatnot. So my schedule is a lot better, but it's going to be a lot different this week. So it'll be different from the typical hospital and clinic life.
Gotcha.
Right. For those that don't know, rotation means.
My bad. Let me be a better guest right now to explain what I'm talking about. So as Carl mentioned, I finished medical school. So I graduated in 2019. Then I am down in Southern California doing my residency, which is your extra years of training after medical school in your design fields. And that ranges anywhere from between 3 years up to 7 years plus more if you want to do more training. But in residency, since you're training in your special field, you have to go through rotations, which is about anywhere from like 2 to 4 weeks of extra training or work in a certain field. And so my rotation coming up is the one I was talking about. But let me
there we go.
Hey, my man, hey, we can do it too. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing, man. That was the biggest motivation, man. It's like, hey, we can have black doctors too.
Right.
There we go. Black doctors matter.
Exactly.
I'm telling you. Hey, look, what you need to do is hit up Fox and you need to tell them they need to start a resident with black people. They need to start that show. But what would you have done, man, if you would have pulled up, man, the residency and you got somebody like Dr. House?
I mean, that would have been great training. It would have been
great training.
That is true. Until he rip you a new one.
With the sports background, it's kind of what we respond to.
Right.
The tough coaches and they're hard on you, but you get a lot of different personalities in residency, people who teach differently, but Dr. House, man, that would have been special.
Hey, you know what? Hey, Noah, what you should have said. How would you feel you put a residency and you had a Coach Kemp come out in a white jacket talking about, your mind?
Right, yeah, look. Go get it,
Hey, but wasn't he the coach that brought the best out in you tries to?
Right. Hey, kid, look, man, look, so I got this rash on the back of my neck, right?
Hey, you have no idea how often I get that. You're like, hey, Kenny, by the way, man, my knee been acting up for the past couple weeks. I wake up to about 5 text messages, different rashes and pictures of.
Oh yeah, I ain't gonna send no pictures.
Hey, Kenny, have you had anything where it was like, okay, that's too much information that you didn't have to send all that. That's too much information.
All the time. And I think people think because you're a doctor, there's no such thing as too much information. So they're going to give you everything. They're going to show you everything, and you just kind of take it in stride.
Oh man! So look, so you done had the Miss Clarice come up in there about 86. Yeah, baby. So I don't know what's going on, but I'm at the retirement home, and I was getting it in, and now all of a sudden,
Oh my God! Some of the craziest stories you'll hear in working my profession. But honestly, with the older ladies, man, they love to try to set me up with grandchildren. That's the number one thing I get all the time. Mm-hmm. Is you would never believe I have someone right around your age. Yo would make a great. You know what? Go here and look at my phone real quick.
Hey, you better get it.
Kenny, do you ever have a moment like, nah, I'm good, and they show you the picture, you're like, okay, yeah, set that up. You got one more. Set that up for me.
Right. How do I find her? Is she on Facebook? Does she got a Snapchat? Like, or do you just want to give me the number? We can just roll like that.
Go ahead and take my Instagram,
And then to paint the picture for the lady followers, I mean, Kenny is tall, 6'2", Dwayne Johnson, right? I'm like, yeah, hey.
Oh man, look at you.
He'll dunk on you.
Hey, y'all, look, Kenny is the medical Morris Chestnut, y'all.
Hey, there we go.
Hey, Tristan said Carl 6'1", so I'm about 6'4".
Yeah, hey, there we go. Hey, come on, man. Hey, help me out here. Hey, so any ladies, please contact Crazy Tactics on Instagram, and we'll be sure to get all messages to Dr. Kenny over here. We will be sure to do that.
Wait, we got to put a disclaimer. All messages, please. We do not need medical questions, any of that stuff.
Oh,
we are not medically certified. And we
yeah. There we
Better
go.
yet, I'm gonna have y'all filter through the pictures and the text messages.
Right.
Hey, there we go. Now, King, we know, of course, past few episodes we've been talking about the 49ers, man. What is your thoughts on the 49ers this year, man, going into the season?
Honestly, mixed feelings because one, obviously we had, a top 3 pick, have to make a decision whether you're going to go in the same direction with Jimmy G. You already invested this much money into him. You told him he's a future. Mm-hmm. And then now we're going to try and double back, go in another direction, but with a young kid. And I'll be honest with you, Carl. I mean, I told you I never really believed in Jimmy G. I never thought he was the guy. I mean, I thought he was a game manager, something along, even I thought he was worse than Alex Smith.
Oh,
I thought he was Alex Smith with the pretty face. That's all it was. And next thing you know, people are trying to claim him as the next great Niner. I never believed it.
Boy, Jimmy G gonna slap the.
I saw a great defense and a great running game lead him to the Super Bowl. He needed him to make a couple throws, just a couple, Jimmy. He couldn't get it done. He couldn't get it done.
I agree with that. I'll say this, man, with Jimmy G,
I knew it. Hey, hold on, Tracy. Hey, I was gonna say we're gonna let Tracy go ahead and speak.
Yeah, you already know. Hey, and all the loyal listeners know. When you talking about the 49ers, boy, I got something to say. But look, I will say, man, look, Jimmy G, I've been kind of critical of Jimmy G myself. But I actually went back and watched every game from last season. Every single game. Man, look, Jimmy G, man, comes through in the clutch. Other than the Super Bowl, he failed me during the playoffs in the Super Bowl. I don't know what was going on. He might have been dealing with some kind of injury. Who knows? But Jimmy G, man, go back and look at the Rams game. Completed 2 3rd and 16s. But again, after getting sacked instead of throwing away the ball. So it's like he put himself in holes and then he gets himself out of them. But, man, look, I won't say Jimmy G's the future of the 49ers, but I will say Jimmy G will perform this year, and we are going to get some of that capital back that we lost getting Trey Lance. I almost guarantee that. I'm willing to put money on it.
I honestly hope I'm wrong and you're right. I hate the feeling like we're rebuilding. I think we had the window with this great defense. Obviously, we had a lot of bad injuries last year, and now it seems like we're in that, okay, let's try and start over again. I hate that feeling.
Right.
Okay. Now, Ken, tell me this. So, and now it's NBA playoffs going on.
Oh, man.
How you feeling about your Lakers?
I was great until last night or yesterday. I was feeling great. I mean, after game 3, LeBron out there having fun, joking on it during the game. And then game 4 comes around and AD once again. It's this man's probably one of the most talented players in the league, but he cannot stay on the court. It's injury after injury. And once you realize when they're out, whether it's LeBron or AD, they mask so much of our inconsistency in our role players. And I'll be honest, I don't think we could win this series without AD. As great as LeBron is, I just don't see it. And then to hear it's a groin strain, I mean, those injuries are unpredictable. I mean, LeBron had one, I think, a couple of years ago. He was out for weeks. So, we'll see. We'll see.
You know what? Before they, and it makes, because I want to see the Clippers and the Lakers go at it.
The Clippers have been fool's gold to me, man.
No, really have.
But I will say they look good in the last 2 games. They look really good.
Very true. And ladies and gentlemen, for the speakers, Kenny did play high school and college ball, so and he's a doctor. So I'm just saying, get that in your mind of what Kenny.
Hey, ladies, you got yourself an athletic physician.
I'm dying.
Hey, I'm telling you, hey, Kenny, we're going to set you up here, man. We're going to set you up.
Hey, Kenny, come on, man. Hey, we're going to give you what you want.
Oh, my
We
God.
going to give you what you want.
Now, what I mean, and to go back on to so I mean, how's the love life? Are you able to date out there? I mean, all into the residency. What I mean, how's the dating scene going?
It was a struggle coming in. I mean, we Fresno. I'm from I'll say, and dating in Southern California is two different worlds, man. It's the mentality, the priorities. You have to come up with a certain mentality to make it when it comes to dating, and just know that it ain't going to be what you expect, especially coming from somewhere else.
So tell me this, Kenny. Now, when you talk to people, do you hold off from saying you're a doctor, or is that your go-to card? Because like, I want you to like me for me. Because once you say I'm a doctor, they're this got to work. This got to work. This got to work. He's Dr. Mom. I got it. So what's the angle that you take?
Honestly, it's not even for me. I try not to even say it because it does, I think, come with that sort of unwanted attention. I'll say sort of, but for the most part, it kind of just comes up so naturally. It's like, oh, what do you do? And then my schedule's all over the place, and so they'll probably want to know why I'm so busy. But I mean, I'm telling you, it's not an attractive thing out here to be in that field because it's so busy. And I mean, in Southern California, man, you're competing with the athletes, the entertainers. It's just a whole different scene out here. So adjusting to that's just a whole new thing in itself.
So you said like ball players and stuff. So is it like, a girl like, yo, I know LeBron James. Like, I'm LeBron. I'm Kenny. I'm the doctor. What are you talking about? LeBron comes and sees me when he gets hurt. What are you talking about?
Right. Call me Doc James.
It's just a whole different playing field out here. Like and I didn't notice it until honestly when I moved out here. Like I had heard the stereotypes and the stigma with like Southern California in the dating scene, but it is a whole different world once you like actually come and live out here.
Right.
Okay. Gotcha.
I ain't saying she a gold digger.
Hold on, I didn't even ask. Is Aunt Janetta? Does she listen to this? If so, we should open up our Bibles to the Book of Deuteronomy.
Hey, let's take it all the way back. Look, will you come? Will you come?
You know what, Kenny? I will personally send her a text message to this podcast.
I'm like, you know what? Let's open up the Book of Psalms real quick.
Well, you know what?
Let's sing Amazing Grace real quick.
Hey, you know what, Kenny? Just say, Kenny, do you attend church on Sundays when you're not working?
Of course.
There we go. Okay.
If I have time, I'll say that when I have time for sure.
And ladies, look at that. He attends church when he has time. Come on now. Send the messages to Crazy Tactics Podcast. We're going to get him to Kenny. We're going to get him to Kenny.
He checking all the boxes. You got an athletic gospel gangster. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my God.
Hey, hey, Tracy, when this man came out here because he was in my wedding, when he came, do you know how many the bridesmaids and people were pulling me to the side of who is Kenny? The girl that walked down the aisle with him was telling me the story of I felt his arms. Oh my God. And like Kenny could have got married the same day I got married if he wanted to.
Right, real talk. Oh boy, I'm not glad I didn't go, but man, yeah, I didn't need those problems. I did not need those problems.
The wedding was great, man. The wedding was beautiful.
Yes, sir.
I was mad. I couldn't make it, man. I was feeling some type of way.
Man,
you know, you were supposed to reschedule for me.
Oh, so you wanted me to go face the bridezilla and hey, Tracy can't make it, so we got to reschedule it. Yeah,
man.
Hey, man, look, something. Look, we talked about this from high school on. We always had these conversations. You know, you my best man. I'm your guaranteed best man. We already know that. Look, check this out, Kenny. Carl gonna call me talk about. So the wedding and stuff. I'm like, okay, cool, yeah. So I'm like, so who's your best man? Oh, well, yeah. Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, you know what? That's why you didn't come. Okay, that's why you didn't come. Anthony,
that's not why. But I was like, oh man. Oh, okay. Well, and well, look, I hope you have a wonderful marriage.
Oh man, that's Carl. That is Carl.
Hey, look, I ain't even gonna lie, man. Look, I was feeling like a female for a second, man. I was like, man, he really gonna just do me like that? Like after all we've been through?
Hey, imagine this. Imagine me being one of Carl's good friends. Going back, what is it? I don't know how old Kaden is now, but going up on Instagram. Hey, you got it. By the way, guys, I just had my first boy. I'm telling you, I was talking to Carl probably like once a week, man. We used to go play football, all of this. Next thing, I had never heard a thing. All of a sudden,
right.
Hey, man, I want to thank God for blessing me. I'm like, wait, what?
Hey, you
right.
know
Hey,
what?
for real. That's lightweight how he did me too. I'm not even gonna lie. And I'm family.
Hey, you know what? Hey, can I explain my case here? The reason, so the funny thing is that when Sunshine was pregnant with Caden, I didn't tell Amy until like 6 months in because I was still nervous. I knew I was gonna get it when I got home. I was gonna get a whooping. I just knew I was gonna get a whooping. So the thing is, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna tell nobody until after he comes. Like, the big shock, like because I was like, okay, because I can't tell nobody because then if Amy find out, then I'm gonna get a whooping as soon as she find out. I was still scared. I was at the age of 23. Scared that I was still gonna get a whooping for having a kid.
I see. I mean, what did Drake say? You weren't hiding your kid from the world.
Yeah,
your kid.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was doing right there. The world wasn't ready yet.
I feel you.
The world wasn't ready yet.
I don't feel him. I don't feel him at all. Look, I didn't find out about the baby till the baby shower. I'm like, what, baby shower? Who baby shower? Carl baby shower. Carl.
I just came to find out whenever you talk to Carl, you got to know to expect some unexpected news. That's how.
Look, I'll tell you this. Look, my brother will call me like, hey, bro, man, look, so this is broken. It's tripping. I don't know what's going on, man. How do I fix it? So he can call me about that, boy, but you can't call me about inseminating.
Oh, okay, okay, all right. You know what? Hey, let's change the gears here. Hey, let's change the gears here.
It's getting hot over there, huh?
Hey, if you see me now, I'm sweating because I ain't got nothing to say. So, King, what's your day-to-day at your job? You get in there, you got to set up shop, you got to talk to the doctors. How does that work?
It definitely varies. I mean, for our typical hospital stuff, so typically you come in, it depends whether you're on nights or on days, but you come in usually around 5:30 in the morning. You're expecting to get the night report, which is basically the night team was handling all the patients that you're taking care of in the hospital. Mm-hmm. So once you come in, they're giving you the report from what happened overnight. Mm-hmm. You're getting all the information. You're checking up on your patients. You go and talk to them, see how they're doing, blah, blah, blah. You meet up with the nurses, getting the report from the nursing staff. And then that goes from anywhere from 5:30 in the morning all the way till 7:30-ish. Mm-hmm. Then you're talking with the day team, the rest of the day team, and you guys are going over like your plan for the day, like how you're going to take care of these patients, what medication you're going to give, what antibiotics you're going to give, blah, 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 that rest of that stuff. That stuff goes from anywhere, let's say 7:30 to 10-ish, a couple hours. And then the rest of the day, you're just taking care of your patients. So you're just handling what comes into the hospital, what you got to deal with, what emergencies, from anything, people passing away on you to anything, man. It's crazy. And that goes on until, another 12 hours. And then you sign out to the night team and then you go home, shower, repeat.
Shower and repeat, huh?
Rinse and repeat.
Rinse and repeat, man. That's residency in a nutshell.
So I got a question. How did COVID, of course, we know COVID affected the medical field drastically.
Yeah.
Like, so how, as far as your personal experience, man, how did that affect you and your residency?
Huge. So go back to January, February of 2020, when, we had kind of heard like the whispers and like what COVID was. And, I'll be honest, myself, my colleagues, we all took it lightly. This was, this is just the flu, like what's going on, no big deal. And, fast forward months later where you're seeing patients, what's happening to them, people from older, obviously sicker patients to people your own age who were younger. and just dying quickly, decompensating super quick, can't breathe. Next thing you know, they're going, they're coding, they're going to cardiac arrest, and they're passing away. And so we as a hospital and all like around the world had to completely revamp how you train people. We all had to, obviously get up in our gowns, get masked up, go through proper training as how to, practice good hygiene. And a lot of us as residents, we are not seeing patients as often anymore because, it places so many people at risk, and how to take care of patients. Like, we were learning on the fly. And so each day was something new. Like, hey, by the way, when you go in to see this kind of patient, you got to wear this kind of mask. Or when you see that patient, you got to know how to use this instrument. So it was like going through med school again, because everything we had learned up to that point didn't prepare us for what we had. And so it was a whole new experience. And not to mention, we're terrified, like, we're thinking you walk out and the COVID's in the air, you turn to dust. Like, it was just a whole unknown thing. And so we're terrified because we're, doctors in training, but we didn't, I'll be honest, none of us signed up for a pandemic. Like, we started to take care of people, but not to be in this much harm's way, as where it's like, we don't know we're gonna die, we don't know we're gonna bring it home to our family members, to friends. So it was just what we had heard about at residency was nothing like what we experienced, especially last year with COVID.
Gotcha. Okay, man.
Right. That's crazy. I know you had a situation where, man, you went in the bathroom and then you saw somebody go pee real quick and just walk right out the bathroom, and you was thinking, man, look, it's COVID.
Oh my God, man. I've seen so many things. I've heard so many different theories and conspiracy theories, and just it's been a lot. It's been a lot.
Yeah. Right. Hey, man. Well, glad you made it through, man. Shoot, I know there was a lot of people in the medical field, man, that were, passing away themselves, and taking stuff to their families, and so, man, hey, I'm glad you're all right, brother.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Me too, because I mean, Carl, my mom, she worries. Often.
Shout out to the moms. Shout out to the moms.
So she was calling me, worried, asking how I was, telling me how she wished I wasn't working there because of this thing going on. So it was a lot, but yeah, like you said, grateful to be here. Knock on wood. I mean, I never had COVID. I mean, at least officially, I thought, I got sick before the pandemic, and I was like, that could have been, the tests weren't out then, so who knows? But it's been a crazy.
Gotcha. So moving along, I think, usually at this point we do stories from Nana's house.
Stories from Nana's house.
King, did my aunt ever put you to work when you came to the house? Did you have to vacuum, clean the ground, or anything?
I do remember.
You had to clean it.
One time we had the 2-a-days. We were this must have been what, freshman year, sophomore year. We had 2-a-days, and so what that means, like, for football, we would have training in the summertime, which is the off season, and we'd have to go to practice like 9 a.m. for 2 hours, rest, whatever, go back again at like 4:00. So I remember it was convenient because you live right across the street from the school. We would just go to practice, your place, chill, and go back to the second day. And I remember one time we had, I mean, it was obviously Fresno heat, so it was like triple digit weather. We out there for 2 hours, damn near on our deathbed. And then we get back, and your aunt's like, hey, you know what? Did you guys go ahead and take out that trash and vacuum these floors? And here I am thinking like, oh, I'm the guest, like I'll be okay. And no, she gave me a vacuum. She said, okay, you can go ahead and vacuum these rooms here. I'm like, yo,
that sounds about right.
2 hours in that sun dying. You're gonna have me out here with the vacuum now?
Right. Hey, that sounds all right, man. That sounds so accurate.
Hey, hold on. See, for the loyal listeners, do you see we're not lying.
No.
She put friends to work.
And we're thinking, hey, all the listeners talk about, oh, I would love to meet your Nana. Okay, come over and clean up.
Here I am thinking we're exempt because we're doing some football work. We're outside. We're exhausted. No, that did not matter.
No,
not matter at all.
Not at all. Hey, Ken, I know the Mike Montero story. Remember that time we were in the little we were in the field house, and the whole time we talked to like, oh man, it's cold, man. They might cancel practice, man. You know what, man? We probably gotta go out there, boy. It's cold. I don't know how we're gonna do this. And I think Coach Vogt got up talking to everybody. The leader of the group, Mike Montero, gets up, pushes that door open, and runs out there like an All-American. And I never forget how we looked at each other like, what is his oh my gosh.
We really thought, so we were under that shedding like, oh, it's raining, man. Coach can't have practice out in this rain. Like, he got to cancel it because it's too cold out here. Someone gets sick. Next thing you know, on cue, you hear that door. Doom. Mike Montero just comes out. No word said. Everyone gets in line.
Right, man. Hey, look, that was Mike, man. Come on, man. Yeah, man, look. Hey, Mike was my boy. You know, 'cause, you know, me and Mike, we ran track, so we did the 4x4 together. We went to state and everything. You know, so but yeah, man, we ran the 4x4 for years together. You know, in track. But yeah, that was my boy.
Yeah,
man, hey, he was a beast though. Like, and that's the crazy thing. He wasn't like big, like built big. Like, he was just taller, had a little bit of size on him. But yeah, man, I don't know what it was about that boy when he got that ball in his hand. You know, like he was something else. But
I don't
know if you remember the time that somebody stole my gloves, man, out the locker room.
No, I don't remember that.
Oh, Carl, I know you remember.
Yeah, I remember. Yep, I sure do.
So look, I got some fresh gloves, and again, keep in mind we working. You know, so we working at the church, doing practices 2 a days during the summer, all that stuff, and tired, coming home, doing chores, going to clean the church. Got some money, man. I went and got me some gloves, some cleat. Man, I was cool, man. I wore them for like 2 days. You know, I put them down right there on the bench. Went and got some water real quick. Came back, my gloves was gone. This is the beginning of practice, man. Look, Mike was a beast, and I didn't really like tackling him, but boy, that day. Boy, I was pissed. All the hood came out of me that day. Like, boy, man, I smacked Mike Montero so hard it pissed him off. Like, because people were like, it's practice. Y'all didn't come here to practice because champions pay the price. But I have to go to remember the Titans on them.
Oh, hey, you know what, Ken? Here goes another question I never asked you, but we were talking the NBA. So the time that Memorial came to play Buchanan, you had Quincy Pondexter, the Lopez twins. What were you thinking out there in that court when you bringing the ball down, going against the Lopez twins and that all-star lineup?
I know it's common for athletes to say, man, they're never afraid of nothing. You know, they got confidence in their heart. They'll play anybody, anywhere. I'm gonna be honest, boy. I was scared as hell. I remember from the day that game got mentioned that we're gonna be playing Memorial. They got the 7-foot twins who are still in the NBA, contributing on playoff teams. You know, Quincy Pondexter, who was damn near Jordan in Fresno. I'm like, nah, I'm terrified. And then coach is gonna look at me and say, "Oh yeah, you got Quincy." Quincy who? Quincy who? Quincy 6'7", jumping out the gym. I'm 6'2" on a great day.
Hey, remember Quincy windmilled that game fast?
Yes.
Windmilled. It was like, oh, man.
Yes. Quincy drove by me. I remember that. I had the best view of that windmill.
Look, you still have dreams of that windmill, huh?
Yeah. Hey, I'll never forget being a fan in that stands. Like, okay, hey, go Kenny, go Buchanan. But it's like, oh boy, these boys about to die. These boys about to die.
Every game, man, we were so terrible.
Yeah, man. But shoot, man, well, Ken, this is another part of the podcast, man, where we do shout outs, man. Anybody you want to shout out?
Oh man, that's a good one. Honestly, man, the first thing that comes to mind is my mom. Just shout out moms, man.
Shout out moms.
It's definitely different, working away from home, being away from home this long. So I'm grateful though that we talk at least, a text message every day. So
gotcha.
Shout out mom, always keeping me, sane and talking to me whenever. So yeah.
Oh, and nothing. Do you want to give? Hey, this is your moment, man. Instagram, your email. Like I said, this is your moment, ladies. This is the part we're gonna pause the podcast so you can get a pen and paper to get this man information.
Hey, you want to give your fan page? Any of that.
Doctors need love too.
Right, your fans only page, man. Give it all to
no, none of that. Definitely none of that. Definitely none of that. Yeah, I mean, shoot, I'm not even on there that much, but yeah, I got an Instagram. It's KJ, then there's 3 O's, so KJOOOB. That's the Instagram. So yeah.
KJ with 3 O's. Hey, ladies, we're gonna pause for 5 seconds. Go get your pen and paper. He just said the context.
Oh
T,
man.
T, who you got?
Oh man. Well, before I get to say that, man, I was going to say first off, I know it's called OnlyFans. You know, I was just being funny. So for all y'all that's out there, like, he said fans only.
I was about to say Trice showing his age right now, man.
Right, look, I ain't that old. Don't get it twisted. I know about all that. But man, look, I want to give a shout out, man, to God, definitely. Shout out, to family, to my beautiful family, my wife and kids. Man, look, they the ones that's keeping me going, man, through this pandemic. So absolutely. And then of course, man, shout out to you, bro. Carl, and man, Kenny, man, dang sure shout out to you, man. Taking care of everybody, during this pandemic, man, doing your thing as a doctor, putting
Appreciate
a good stamp,
that,
on our skin color, man, definitely, man, kudos to you.
Of course. Appreciate that. Definitely. Thank you.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I mean, hey, tough. I guess I gotta. Hey, moms, how you doing? Shout out to you. To the beautiful family out there. Piggyback on what Tyson said. Hey, Kenny, thank you for coming on, my man. Like I said, we've been trying to get you on and saving lives and everything. And I knew exactly how this was going to go because I know your emails going to be buzzing, man. So I hope this works out for you, man. Like I said, from everybody that listens, they're probably going to be hitting you up. So thank you for coming on and doing your thing, man. Keep doing it. To all the fans, the first-time listeners, last-time listeners, to everybody say, we're doing too much sports. This podcast is for you. So hopefully you have a good drive to work with the great labs that we just provided y'all. And that's it for me.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
hey, Kitty, man, last thing for you, man. If Beyonce break up with Jay-Z and hit you up, you get a call from Mariah Carey, anything like that, and it become official, we need our cut.
Oh, of course.
You will be an official Crazy Tactics sponsor, damn it.
Of course.
A finder's fee.
Right.
First thing I'll do is bring them right on the podcast.
There we go. Hey, appreciate it.
I got you guys.
Appreciate it, man. Well, hey, that's it on my end.
Hey, man.
All right, man. Hey, much love to y'all, man. Be blessed. Hey, man. Talk to y'all next time.
Hey, there we go. Hit the outro. We back.
The #1 podcast.
We live.
Good to be back, man. Good to be back.
Don't let that cornbread go to your head.